Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's art stream, part of the Artist Back Alley Raid Train. Doing some photography editing tonight. Welcome on in. Starting a little earlier than planned. I was initially supposed to go live in about an hour, but we had a last-minute cancellation, and so I was asked if I could step in, and I could, so here we are. Doing some photography editing, so with you for the next couple of hours. Just doing some last-minute setup here. Don't mind me. There we are. So when I was asked if I could start earlier, I'm like, oh yes, I could. So I just started very hastily getting stuff together. But yes, when the party comes in, which should be any minute now, we'll get going. I'll formally introduce myself, and we'll go from there. But tonight, I'll be doing some digital photography. Since I do not have any film to develop, this time, so there's no constant agitation this time, alas. But that's alright. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. I'm enjoying my long weekend, and I'm glad that I get to have tomorrow off, being that it is President's Day in the United States, which means state holiday. Do warn you, when the raid happens, there's going to be an alert that goes off. It's going to get a little loud, so just giving you a little heads up. Oh yes, we've got a smorgasbord of stuff to work on tonight. This is all stuff from recent shoots, shoots from the last few months. Basically, we have some stuff from Halloween to now. There was a couple of shoots that I think there was a shoot back in September as well that I'm working on, including some of the more safe for work bits from the last couple of nude shoots that I've done. So we've got a range tonight. We've got a range to work with. And with the earlier start time, it means, my apologies, it means that dinner will happen while I'm streaming, so you guys will get to see me stuffing my face. So, all right. So let me just see what I'm going to be working on tonight. Put it all in a folder that I specifically marked ABA. I know we've got this one up. There's a story for this one. All right, cool. And here they all come! Welcome! Oh, here we go! Welcome on in. Welcome on in, everyone. The water is fine. Welcome to my corner of the internet here on Twitch. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you, Johnny Boy G. Strella, long time no see. Water is fine, but how's the soup? The soup is actually just arriving as we speak. That's my wife here. Comes right in with dinner. So I will let you know how the soup is in just a moment. Yes. Awesome. Welcome. So, Let me introduce myself to you. So I am known here on Twitch as eRoyvis, but I am a professional photographer by the name of Brian French. And welcome. I do digital and film photography. And you can check out my work in a variety of places. I'll show you the, if you just type in !art, the link to my card page will pop up, which looks a little something like this. And that will give you the links to all the places you can find me. So I have website, Twitch, which you are currently watching, Instagram, Twitter, Vero, Patreon, Picardo, Redbubble Shop, my YouTube channel where I keep all of my archive streams, including this one. Picardo is another streaming platform that I use when I stream not safe for work art. I do a lot of nude work as well. So that cannot be shared on here, unfortunately, because Twitch hates bodies. So from time to time, I go over there on Picardo. So if you follow me on Twitter, I post my stream schedule every week, and I let you know if I'm going to be doing a stream over there. So tonight, we're going to be editing a bunch of images. So no film this time. Sometimes on these back alley raid trains, I like to do film developing. I don't have any film to develop this time, so no constant agitation this go around. But there will be some images on film that I recently developed that you'll be seeing tonight. No agitation, only chill. That is exactly right. That is exactly right. So, this particular image that we've got up in the front here, this is my patron print. So I do have a Patreon, and if you are a patron at $5 at the $5 a month level or higher, so for the same price as a Twitch sub, I send you a 4x6 print of a print of my choosing. This is the one that is gone out to patrons at that level for this month at $5 or higher. This is one I did last month. It was a shoot last month. And so yeah, if you decide you like my work that much that you want to throw money at me, first of all, thank you very much for doing that. But $5 a month or higher gets you a 4x6 from me. Hello, Icarus, and thank you for the resub. 14 months. Good golly. Thank you so much for your continued support. Continue having fun with those emotes. So yes. So next month, my Patreon is actually going to turn 3 years old, and I'm going to be changing the $5 a month tier. So instead of a print every 2 months, it will be a print every single month. I figured, why the hell not? You could, for $5 a month, again, same price as a Twitch subscription. You get a physical print, and instead of seeing half of your subscription money go over to Twitch, more of your money comes to me. I can keep making art and have it being constantly stocked with film and chemicals and other photo equipment. So thank you all so much. All right, I think that is enough for the spiel. That's enough for the business side of things. So let's get to some stuff. And also let's get to some dinner. I stuff myself with homemade chicken noodle soup right in front of you. Turn down my music a little bit more. Johnny Boy G, how was the rest of your stream? If you have anything you want to share, if anybody has anything they want to share, art-wise, you can post in the chat there. All right, so what are we starting? We're starting off with a shoot I did back in September. I'm going to start with a body image. conveniently cropped to avoid getting the ban hammer. So this is a studio shoot. This was taken right in this room. So this room, I convert this to a studio. Usually I'll have my backdrop up, I'll have my lights, and yeah, we just have fun. Just have a blast. Oops. Hopefully you are all having an amazing raid train, a good weekend. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. Yep, almost all of my photo shoots are done right in this very room. Yeah, when my wife and I moved into this apartment, we specifically wanted a place where we could each have our own separate creative spaces. So we wound up with a 3-bedroom apartment. So we have our master bedroom, then the second bedroom is where my wife, that's her office space, and then we have this is the third bedroom. This is this photo studio. Where are my gradients? There we are. Don't know if this is going to actually need the gradient treatment. I think it will. But I'll give it a look. No. There. Just do a select color. So if you have any questions at all regarding photography or what I do, be sure to ask away. Because you guys are going to be with me for the next little less than 2 hours. Anything you're curious about? No. Okay. Or you can do that. You can hit the 500. You can use 500 shiny things, and do a photography fact. All right. So, having already prepared for the possibility that Icarus was going to hit that, I already have a photo fact ready to go. The first color photograph was taken in 1861. It was shot by Thomas Sutton, who was also the inventor of the first SLR camera. And this is what it looked like. That is the first color photograph. It's of a ribbon. It's a tartan ribbon. So, how he basically shot, he shot this image. It's a black and white image, but he shot it on green, blue, and red filters on top of each other before he projected that entire image to a photosensitive plate that had similar red, blue, and green filters. So it was on a plate, a photosensitive plate, which is usually either paper or metal with emulsion on it, light sensitive emulsion, and three layers of diffusion. So not only did Thomas Sutton shoot the first color photograph and invented the SLR camera, he also invented the wide-angle lens. So Thomas Sutton is a pretty big name in the history of photography. I mean, color photography would not catch on for decades later. Because at the time, the process to create a color image was so labor-intensive. Until Kodak figured it out with celluloid. Kodak company, George Eastman. Because, as I said, that image that I just showed you, that's from 1861. Okay, so let's see. Back to this image. We've punched up the black a little bit. We've desaturated the skin tone just a little, and we've adjusted our curves here. Give us a black and a white point so that we can do proper color balancing here. Yes, hopefully you are having a lovely weekend. It's been a great raid train. I've caught most of it so far. You are just all awesome people. I'll have you know. All right, next we're gonna make a black and white layer because I am a sucker for black and white. It is my first love. And it's what I learned how to shoot on back in high school in 2003. How many of you took part in Tiny Dragon on Fire's zine creation? I know Tiny Dragon started today's action. I saw yours, Steph. Quite nice. Okay. I've said it before, but in case drawing is not my strong suit. I see all of you with your illustration. Hello, Angelic Empress. Good evening to you. Come on in. Thanks for stopping by. Now, I could make a magazine quality. Yes, I could. I have made, actually. I don't have them in this room, but I've made books of my photography before. That was part of my college stuff. Oh, I don't want that. I want magnetic lasso. Been gone all day, but wanted to catch something off the trend. Well, thank you so much for pulling into my corner of the internet as I do some photography editing today. I also stream video games. I do mostly video games, and I do photography when I have stuff to work on. My photo stream nights, usually Tuesday evenings, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I wish you edit your cosplay photos. Well, can't you? Is it just a lack of time, or? Lack of intelligence. Well, I do photo. I mean, I'm doing photo editing obviously right now. You're watching me do it, but I save my photo streams and I upload them to my YouTube channel. So if you can use those for reference, if you want to learn how to do it, it's not that difficult. It just takes, like anything else, takes practice. Well, thank you. Photography is just another medium, like anything else. Like, I can take a really good photo, but I can't draw to save my life. Angelic, you were the last person I saw on the train last night before I crashed. And I really was interested in hearing about how in your universe that you created, how you personified all the different colors. I thought that was really, really cool. Alright, now we get to do some fine-tuning. So this is what I'm doing is right now is I'm doing something called selective color, in which I'm leaving an image black and white except for a certain part. So in this case, we've got two colors. We've got the blue and the yellow fabric. And now I'm just fine-tuning my edges here. Cleaning them up. I do not have any film to develop at the moment, but that may change in a couple of weeks because I have another photo shoot that I'm doing in about a week, and I'm hoping to shoot some film for that. And if that happens, you guys will get to see me develop film live on the stream. In fact, I already have the film right here, waiting to be used. I'll show you what film I use. This is Ilford Delta 100 speed film, medium format film. Medium format instead of 35 millimeter. The only difference between 35 millimeter film and medium format film is that medium format film is about double the size. It's about double the width. That's why I want to get my sexy body back so I can find more photographers to work with. I miss photo shoots. Oh, last year was absolutely rough with COVID and not being able to do photo shoots. Where is it? Ah, I'll show you I will show you the fabric. Silent. Here. It's crushed velvet. It's this. I'll pull out some colors here. So we've got some. I've got some dark green and some purple here. There's a specific line of crushed velvet that I get from the store Joann's, the chain Joann's, and it photographs so well. I love it. I've used other fabrics like just straight broadcloth. And this just photographs really, really well against the studio lights that I have. And yes, it does. It feels very nice. But yeah, and Angelica, this last year was so difficult doing, I missed doing photo shoots so much because of the plague. Like once we were all starting to get more of us were getting vaccinated, I was able to start doing shoots again, and it was wonderful. Aw, sorry to hear that. I tend to do a lot of my photo shoots. I tend to use. I tend to use larger people, heavier people, and we have a lot of fun. So, I mean, I will do a photo shoot of anybody who wants to get in front of the camera for me. My studio is a judgment-free zone. As long as you feel comfortable and you're having a good time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because I do cosplay photo shoots. I will show you some in a little bit. I'm glad that comes across in the images silent. That flatters me. Because that is the entire point. That's what I'm doing. And I am based in upstate New York, so where it is where this is my studio, this room, the third bedroom of an apartment. This is getting pretty close, I feel. Got a little bit more to work with. Before we move on, I think we're just about there. Ugh. I am sorry to hear that. Hey, Battle Chaser! Welcome on in. It's a very lurky Sunday. All right, so this was actually the last shoot I did. This was I did this 2 weeks ago, this shoot. This is one of the safer images I can share because it was a nude shoot. So this was toward the end of the shoot. This was toward the end of the shoot where the model here, she was like, no, I need to get my cat in. I need to get my cat in for, So the cat became an unwitting prop. The cat's name is Nutmeg. This one actually is not going to need a whole lot of editing. So my photographic process, the way I work in a shoot, is that I like to call myself a lazy photographer, and by that I mean because I learned how to shoot on film. You only have so many images that you can work with, so it forces you to slow down to make sure that all of your camera settings are as close to correct for your best exposure as you possibly can. So because of that, I don't really like, that's not really the correct phrase, I prefer not to spend so much time in post-production. I want to shoot the image, develop it, do a little bit of post-production, like editing for contrast and brightness, things like that, and move on. Oh yeah, I think I've got another one. That was the... that was... I'll pop up another one that I did from that shoot. Another one of her and of the model in Nutmeg. Hold that thought. What's a safe one? That's a safe one. Where are you? I just saw you. There we are. And that's exactly right, Battle Chaser. With digital, you can say, screw all that, we'll fix it in post. But I don't work like that. My film photography brain does not allow me to do that. Like, I need to make sure that all of my camera settings are correct and my exposure settings are correct. Yes, adorable, adorable kitty. And for one cat, she sheds so much. I had to wash my backdrop after that because of so much hair. One cat. Yes. Nutmeg got very easily distracted by Nutmeg got distracted by the lights because I had two lights on opposite side and the flash go off. And so what I did was I did a test flash, and so the cat was like, "Mrr," and then I hit the shutter for the full flash. Hey, live deaths, welcome. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh no, Steph hit the kazoo button. Oh, it's been a while. All right, let's get it. Let's warm this thing up. Let me kill my music here. Just pause you. Oh yes, kazoo time. And a hats off. This happened the last time we were on a raid train too. You guys just kept spamming all these all these rewards. All right, we're gonna wear the hat. So fine. You asked for it. Fine, we're going Sonic. We are going Sonic. Which means I need to pull up a Sonic tune. So let's do this. Where's my Sonic the Hedgehog musics? Yeah, let's go to Sonic 2, one of my favorites. One of my favorite video games that I still play 30 years later. Gotta go Faust. So we'll go with the Emerald Hill Zone from Sonic 2, but the two-player mode. So here we go. All right, still works. There you go. Oh, yes, indeed. Tiny Dragon, welcome back. Oh, yes. What? Oh, I hope somebody clips that. Tiny Dragon, I started early because Creative Jenny had a last minute cancellation. I do need a hydrate after that one, so let me go back to where I was at here. And lower that. Yes, I deserve some soup. And some soup I will have. So we got the Sonic hat, the kazoo, I'm stuffing my face, and I'm editing a model with a cat here. Actually, that one's already edited. This one I'm working on presently. Why... Why did... What got... What did the Autobot catch? What happened? And it won't even let me see the message. Hang on. What the heck was that? She got timed out, but for what? Like, it won't even let me see what... What the heck? Hang on. All right, can you approve that? Why did it get struck? Now I gotta check the shenanigans. Timed out. That is weird. That is so weird. I'm gonna have to check that. Steph was timed out for 2 minutes. Wow. Sorry about that, Steph. I don't know why. Why you got, you sent me the clip of my kazoo. Okay. That was weird. And Stream Elements apparently decided, no, you can't have. I will have to change that. Very weird. Very, very weird. Well, maybe I can go in right now. That was... Let me go right here and find out what the crap was that. Thank you for the gift sub, Tiny Dragon, to Steph. Thank you so much. Enjoy your emotes. All right, I will have to go back in and fiddle with that another time. But now I know. And maybe now the Twitch will allow you to do things. Ah. Okay, I just turned the link silliness off. So there it is. Death by Kazoo. Okay. Yeah, I just turned the link protection off. I did ask for a clip. All right, back to Emily and Nutmeg here. Because this is supposed to be a fine, sophisticated program. What kind of cat is Nutmeg? I have no idea. A tired one. Looks like the chonky kind, yes. Also, since we have some of the artists in the chat already, just a shout out. Once again, a shout out for those who created my emotes. We've got the Goose one, which was the Goose one was created by Tiny Dragon on Fire. There's a Chaos Bee in there that was created by Icarus, Glitching Icarus. Some of them in there were made by Lena the Oddity. So, and the Aloy one is also Tiny Dragon on Fire. So, all the ones of just me, Lena the Oddity, Aloy and the Goose, Tiny Dragon on Fire, and the bee is Glitching Icarus. Because, as previously stated, I cannot draw for shit. Just say no to geese. Yeah, and again, we really did not need a whole lot of editing on this image. Hi, Scrubfiend! And also, hello, Andy B. If I didn't say hi earlier, I saw you pop up in the chat earlier, but then we had this whole link screwiness going on. So, welcome on in, Scrubfiend. The cat is the cat is just the star of the show, and I'm walking here. Welcome to the party. I continue to stuff my face with dinner in front of you guys. Oh, that's right, I have a grilled cheese here, too. Nom, nom, nom. Thank you, Scrubfiend. I love this hat. I wear it when I go to PAX East, so that my friends can find me. Alright. Next one. Do I want to do that one yet? No. Let's do a film one. Let's do some death. Let's do some death. So this one was shot on film. The geese have scared me. So this cemetery, I was on Long Island. Well, no, I'm a native New Yorker. I have to say it right. I was on Long Island on Halloween, actually, this past Halloween. And anytime I go anywhere that I'm not familiar with, I always like to see what kind of old death there is. And I discovered that near the tip of Long Island, there is an old cemetery that dates back to the 1600s. It was the first Puritan settlement in the state of New York, which I didn't know about. I've lived in New York all of my life. No one's told me that we had Puritans. No, Plymouth gets all the credit. So, a little group of Puritans from Connecticut, sailed across the little gap across the ocean to the tip of Long Island, and established a Puritan settlement there. But they didn't achieve quite the same notoriety as Plymouth did. So, but they did exist, and this cemetery contains some of those Puritans. But the stone in this part of Long Island is a lot of sandstone, given that it's surrounded by ocean. And sandstone does not really hold up to weathering over the centuries, so you wind up with headstones that look like this. Change you to RGB color, so I have the full range of editing options. So we'll get back to studio photography in a bit, but right now I'm showing you the smorgasbord. So this was, as I said, it was shot on film. On this particular roll of film right here. So that was the last roll I developed about a month ago. Just like the New England house, it's got character. Yes, it does. So does this soup. Delicious. Yes, I will show, after I'm done with this, Angelic, I will do a cosplay one next. Hey, Jay Renzella, welcome and thank you for the subscription. Jay Renzella coming to us from the future, from tomorrow morning. I don't need to use saturation, brightness, contrast. That's what I was looking for. Beautiful. Glad you could make it, good sir. How you doing? Happy Raid Train, yes. Happy Raid Train indeed. Darken some more. I think let's do a little burn. Am I on the burn tool? Yes, I am. Make some of these areas a little darker so we can stand out. Our headstone here. You done made me hungry. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I was called into action an hour earlier because we had a sudden late minute cancellation. So the side effect of that meant is I'm eating on stream. So unfortunately, what we get. I will say this. Doing your post-production in Photoshop is admittedly much easier to do than in a traditional darkroom, because I've done it. And by God, you waste so much paper trying to get their contrasts just right. It was not you, Scrub Fiend. So what I do with my film photography is after I develop it and after it dries, I have a flatbed film scanner that I use to scan the entire roll of film at very, very high resolution, like 3200 PPI, and work from that. Ooh. Is it something you would like to share with the class? There we are. I know. All right, so let me just fire up my hard drive here, external hard drive. Because the next image I'm going to edit is going to be from the last costume shoot I did. And it was not necessarily cosplay. A friend of mine who is a seamstress, she's currently making a historical costume. But we have done a lot of cosplay together. So I will show Angelic and the rest of you, obviously, some of my more recent cosplay images. So let's just fire those up. Also, thank you, Steph. I'm very glad that I can represent photography here on ABA. Why are you not doing the thing? Not that shoot 2021, was it? It's small. Yes, it was these. Okay. So, again, my friend McKenna, she makes all of her own costumes. And so the last one she did was a sort of a fantasy. She was doing sort of like fortune teller thing. So let me just... This was an outdoor shoot, actually. This was not in studio. McKenna is my cosplay client, basically. And then she also, during the pandemic, right before the pandemic started, she gave birth to her kid, the wee baby Seamus. His name is Seamus, and we did a little shoot together. She made a sort of a Selkie outfit, so be prepared to melt a bit. So we got that one. Although my favorite one of the set is this one. And then after Seamus got bored of trying to climb my studio lights, we then had some fun. We had some different kind of fun. We had we did that. A couple more I will show here. And are you? Yes. And then in October of 2020, same person, we went to one of our huge historical cemeteries where she did a costume for a LARP that she did. Have a great night, Silent Speaker. Thank you so much for stopping by. What did we do? Ah, that one. Get some wonderful rest, Icarus. Thank you again so much for the resub and stopping by. So I'll just share one more from this particular shoot. But yeah. Oh. I lied. I'm going to show you one more that I really, really like. Where is that? Do I have the edited one? I'm sure I do. Yes. My friend Katie here, she found this bodice and the skirt at a Ren Fair. One of the Ren Fair vendors made a Ren Fair Wonder Woman bodice. So, fight. So her outfit, but my rapier. Because, you know, I have a sword as a prop. So yeah, that's some of the cosplay stuff I get up to. Whoa! Ash Sky, thank you for the follow. Those are hers. Those are hers. But, you know, you think I'm joking, Steph. Hang on. The pauldrons are not metal. Told you. This is a battle-ready rapier. What time is it? Oh, I've got a whole nother hour to spend with you people. This is great. During the raid train today, I was doing some framing of some artwork from other artists, not my own. And I'm getting, while we have Mr. Renzella in the chat here, I am getting a frame for your wonderful, wonderful piece here that came with your with your graphic novel. So I've got I got frames on the way for this and other artworks. Got you people, yes. All right. But yeah, it's what I get up to. All right, we've done some death. Let's do this one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, that's one of my wife's hats, and that is this. This is the things. This is what happens when you're a photographer. You acquire props. So you get one of these sort of like, and it sticks. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. You get to a little, one of those, and. Basically, all right. My head is starting to slightly broil from the Sonic hats here, so. Well, I'll tell you a little secret. I'll tell you. You're gonna make me put on another hat. All right, we'll do that. Oh, don't worry. I'll tell you a little secret, Steph, though. A little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest men. All right. Want another hat? Fine. 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 We'll switch to one of my Ren Fair hats. There. I can now be a frumpy hat man here. Yeah. Yep. What was I doing? Oh yes, editing this image. That's what I was doing. Right, art. Looks like my curves actually look pretty good. Good here. What do you mean? It's at fashion show time. Alright, tone down our saturation just a bit. See, I don't usually have this much of an audience, so normally when I do an art stream, it's a bit more sedate. Part of the reason why I love doing these Artist Back Alley raid trains. Not only do I get to see a lot of awesome people and a lot of awesome art, but I get to show you a glimpse into my mind. Come here and see what happens when a photographer eats the big one. I'm very glad you. I'm glad you enjoy, Angelic. I'm glad, very, very glad. So normally I stream Mondays and Fridays. Again, I do mostly video game streams, but when I have photography to edit, that's usually Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights are my that's my art night, and if I do that, I'll either be here or if I'm doing nude work, it'll be over on Picarto. And you can follow me on Twitter, because I post my stream schedule there every Sunday, and I let you know there if I'm going to be doing an art stream over on Picarto, because Twitch doesn't like bodies. The sight of a nipple just is going to start World War III or something on this platform, so... Thank you, Steph, for the link. Yeah, that link that is now in the chat, that's my card page. That gives you all the links. So Instagram, Vero, Patreon, Redbubble, my YouTube channel where all my streams are archived. Thank you so much for stopping by, Scrub Fiend. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of your night. Let me just make sure. Let me just check the raid train schedule. Shadoof Doodles will follow me. Very nice. Very good. Thank you for the follow, Angelic, on Instagram. So as I said earlier, I'll just once again a quick little bit of commerce. So on my Patreon, if you subscribe to my Patreon at the $5 a month or higher, so $5 a month, same price as a Twitch subscription, I send you a 4x6 physical print of a print of my choosing, mail it out to you. My Patreon is going to turn 3 years old next month, so I'm going to be changing that. Instead of a bi-monthly print, it is going to become a monthly print. So $5 a month, you get physical artwork every month on professional grade paper, archival quality, and all that fun stuff. So that is on the Patreons, which you can access by that link there. Yeah, because right now I'm doing a print every 2 months. So I have all of 2 patrons who have taken advantage of that. So I'm going to be changing that shortly to a print, 4x6 print per month. So just sweeten the pot a little. Because you can give me $5 a month on Patreon and I get the money as opposed to you getting on Twitch. Yeah, you get some awesome emotes, but half of your subscription money goes to Twitch. Wee bit of commerce. Alright, let's get some gradient action in here. Trying to art with a dog? Yes. I can totally understand that. I wish I was allowed to have a dog in my apartment. Because I grew up with golden retrievers and pit bulls, and let me tell you, pit bulls are the biggest piles of mush I have ever had the pleasure of befriending. They are such good doggos. Well, the song that just played was this entire album that you're listening to, Steph. This is a Final Fantasy VII remix album. It's all fan mixes. Hello, Creative Jenny! So, Steph, the previous song was a remix of the Final Fantasy VII song Secret of the Deep Sea. It's when you're traveling around underwater. And this is a remix of Cid's theme. Okay. Selective color action. Yeah, 3% is fine. Not too much. Yeah, there's a website that has thousands of video game remix tunes. It's called Overclocked Remix. So it's ocremix.org. And I tend to use a lot of their music on stream because so otherwise the copyright bot starts screaming at me. Actually, since I've got the background, I want to see if I can do... If you watched me edit the images from this shoot a few weeks ago when I had McKenna on as well. So far, so good. When I had McKenna on, I did a mock tintype, a digital tintype of some of these images. One of them I actually made into a metal print. So this is on aluminum. And it came out so good. So let's see if we can do, let's do a little mock tintype. Because this background will lends itself very, very good for that. Where the heck are you? There we are. Okay, so let's do gradient map. What do I want to do? Actually, I want to reverse it. No, I don't. We change these to 31. 28, 23. So that's our black point. And then for our white point, 164, 158, 145. Oh! That adjusts the gradient map accordingly. And then the next step in this process, we do another curves layer. Okay. No, actually, we're going to edit it like this. No. No. Yeah, actually, right about there. No, that just makes it black and white. That is what we're kind of going for here. Oh, gradient maps can be a ton of fun. And there we are. That's sort of our mock tintype. It's kind of going towards sepia, but not quite. So in case you don't know what a tintype photo is, a tintype was one of the earliest types of photography. They were basically, you were exposing an image that was directly onto a piece of metal that was coated with like a lacquer or some sort of enamel and used as the basis for light-sensitive photographic emulsion. So they were really, really popular. Sort of like their heyday was in the 1860s, 1870s, so Civil War era and a bit after. But it persisted into the early 20th century because these were cheaper than paintings. Yeah. Right. So let's see, we've done that. Let's do... Oh yeah, sure. Let's do this one. Another film grave one. Another one that's been weathered away. RGB. Another one from South Old Long Island. See some dust and scratches that I'm going to have to immediately edit. That's all right. We will get to those. Again, thank you all so very much for spending some of your Sunday evening with me here on the Artist Back Alley Raid Train. And once again, thank you, Artist Back Alley, for letting me share what I do with the world. It's an amazing community, and you're all just absolutely great people. Probably the most supportive Discord community that I've been a part of, and so much love to all of you out there. So, some of you may have answered this on your own various art streams from time to time. But what are some things that you'd like to do art-wise for 2022? Like, for me, I want to get back into submitting to art shows again. The last art show I submitted work to and had work in was in February 2020. I had a piece in one of our local art galleries. It was the Small Work Show. And what that show was, it was open to any medium, but the work had to be in a certain size. It could not be any larger. Like for a photograph, it could not be in a frame that was larger than 18 inches on the longest side, for example. So it was a really great way. I love the Small Work shows because not all of us have the ability or the resources to print great, huge works. So it's nice getting sometimes to see things on the small scale. So that was the last show I had work in before the world went insane. More insane, I should say. So something I'm hoping to do this year is to start as art galleries start to open back up more, and as we are getting more vaccinated. That's something I'm hoping to do again. To submit work into art shows because I miss going to art galleries. I miss doing to opening receptions and talking to people, schmoozing, networking, talking about art, and depending on the art gallery, really good food. Sometimes art galleries can't put out a good spread. So that's just something that I would like to do art-wise in 2022. Get back into shows and galleries. So I'm just curious if anyone's out there wants to answer. What do you hope to do? What do you want to take your art this year? I still plan on streaming, Steph. Don't worry. There's some great community here. I am not in a rush to leave it. Gonna finish this comic pitch I'm working on. Gosh dang it, and I have 2 more comics projects I want to launch online. Getting my comic printed, doing some small art shows. There's an outdoor one in Patchogue this summer. Learn some 3D art in Blender. I hope you get to do that, Jenny. I mean, we as New York artists, we must represent. Ken, I want to finish a piece at least once a month. Good. I like to do something more serious with my OCs, be it merch, collectibles, or a comic. Big ideas, but not big enough skill sets. I would love to come back to streaming again this year. Yes, please, little Chook. I think I speak for the entire Artist Back Alley community when we say we all miss you. I mean, I'm so glad that you've been popping in this whole weekend and just chatting and engaging. Ranzel, I'm hoping to finally get a movement on a comic as well. I mean, you just had a very, very successful Kickstarter, and I'm going to be diving into these very soon. I really want to do some... I really want to do some collaborations with other brands and stuff. For example, I'm doing one with a tea company where they create a favor based on my world, and I draw promos with one of my... Nice! Like, taking us on the tour yesterday, and Angelic, like... I'm seeing, what was it? The Danger Donuts. I'm like, oh, it's the Coffee Lake. And the donut snakes and pastries, and I'm just like... I was like, I'm going on that, just watching that. I was like, I'm like, do I want to stuff this entire chocolate bar in my face? I've had an ink watercolor one in pre-production for a couple years. Other projects keep pushing it back. Well, I wish everyone here who's responded to that the best of luck, and seriously, may you be able to pull those art goals off. I'm really rooting for you, because as artists, whether you create work for yourself, for pleasure, for profit, for therapy, self-care, we provide a vital service to humanity, to our culture. And that's something that can't really be taken away from us. So keep on creating. Be more social, promote myself more. And I'm going to host my very first virtual convention this year, AstriaCon. Awesome! What's that gonna be like? Is it like, are you gonna have like, are there gonna be like panels and things like that? I'm curious now. Yes, we are. There are some dust and scratches on this thing that's really, really starting to bug me. So let's just edit those out. Clone stamp away. Also want to get more pins made, maybe a Kickstarter. If you do that, I collect pins, and I have these types of like these hats that I just cover in pins from artists and from conventions I go to. Like, most of these are on this hat are from PAX East. And the one I'm currently working on now, the first 2 pins on it, I have Tiny Dragon's Polycerberus and Little Chook next to that, and it's got several others. So can't wait for your turn. I'm going to have 2 special guests, the Tea Company. They're going to do an interactive. I'm going to have a second annual Spectrum Awards ceremony, my version of the Grammys. Awesome. That sounds like a blast. There's some members who VTube their actions are doing our streams. Nice. That just... You will have to let us know. That's what I wanted, silly. So what I'm doing now is I'm using my clone tool here to get rid of dust and scratches, because despite my best efforts when I scan these images, like I wear gloves and everything, but dust still occasionally finds its way. And okay, so just as a quick overview, Angelic. So what the clone tool does is basically you're taking an area of a photograph and you're doing exactly that. So like I'm gonna zoom in. Let me undo. Let me get some. Okay. So this is a piece of dust on the image, and I want to get rid of it. So I'm gonna replace this piece of dust with a different area of the image that looks pretty similar. Now for this particular image, there's a lot of because I'm using a narrow depth of field here, we've got a fuzzy out of focus background. So I'm gonna take, you know, you can have your clone tool, your brush size as big or as small as you like, but you want a decent enough area so that you can cover. I'm gonna tell Photoshop that I want to copy this section of the image. I want to clone this section of the image. And you do that, you press down the Alt key on the keyboard, click. So now it's got that saved. I'm gonna bring it over here, and it's gonna take the area I just highlighted and blot it out. It just made a clone of the area that I selected. And that's basically a basic overview of what the clone tool does. And that is how I get rid of dust on a black and white film image. It's much easier than doing it the old traditional way if this was a photographic print, which would require very, very fine paintbrushes and a very steady hand in the art of stipple, which I don't have. Drives me nuts. Hey, another photography streamer added to the list. Thank you for the follow, Maple Glades. Welcome on in to the Artist Back Alley Raid Train event. I'll be on for another 22 minutes or so before we bring the party over to Shadoof Doodles. Hoping I'm saying that correctly. We're working on a variety of stuff. I'm a film and digital photographer. Right now, this is an image I shot in a cemetery back on Halloween. we're doing a full range of stuff here. We've got some studio photography. We've got some film photography. And if you want to check out more of what I do, you can type in !art, and that'll take you to my card page, which is a link aggregate site. It has links to my Instagram, Patreon, Vero, Redbubble, etc., etc. So if you would like, there you go. I also do a lot of not safe for work imagery. I do a lot of nude photography, which I obviously cannot share on Twitch, but I share that on my website, on the social media platform Vero, and on my Patreon. And when I stream editing of such images, I stream over on the streaming service Picarto. And I think this is getting pretty close to a finished image. I like that. So I'll save that. Yep. And all of my streams on Twitch get saved, and I upload them to my YouTube channel, which is also in that card link there. So this will be up on my YouTube channel in 2 days, 2-3 days. All right, so let's move to you. Let's go to another body image from the studio. Do I want to do that one, or do I want to do White Closed Bridge? I actually want to do this one. Thank you so much, Maple Blades. But yes, when I'm not at my day job, or when I'm not streaming video games, this is what I do. Oh yes, my friend Danielle, who was just covered in tats. There's Espion. There's a Mystery Science Theater one, I think, over here. There's a Patton Oswalt quote over there. It's Chaos Be Kind over there. This was one of the images that I used for my redo of my Pieces of Pansexual Pride grid. Well, thank you so much, Maple Glades. Thank you so much for the follow. I usually stream Mondays and Fridays, and when I have photography to work on, I do that Tuesday nights. So Tuesday nights are typically my art stream nights, whether it's on Twitch or over on Picarto. Although this Tuesday, I'm doing a video game stream because I will not be streaming this Friday. I have company over. So this Tuesday's stream is the makeup for Friday. But you can always follow me on Twitter, because I post my stream schedule every Sunday. Let you guys know what I'm going to be up to, what video game, or if I'm doing a photography stream. Are you yourself a photographer, Maple Glades? Man, we got to the quiet, relaxing, chill part of the Final Fantasy VII Remix album here. We got to the smooth, quiet part of the album there. And good evening, Winged. Thank you for stopping by. Speaking of Winged, I have not forgotten. Yeah, you just reminded you. You asked me if we could do a photo shoot for the cosplay that you want to do for PAX. I have to get in touch with you about that, so I have not forgotten. Photographer, streamer, and classically trained opera singer when I'm not shooting photo video stuff. Awesome! Do you have any websites or any social media for your photography that you can? If you can drop the link in the chat. Hopefully the bot won't steal it this time. I disabled that setting. Because I, too, am always like to check out fellow art streamers. This community that we're doing this event. This is called the Artist Back Alley Raid Train. The Artist Back Alley is a group of amazing people on Discord. We're all artists, all creatives, on a whole variety of artists. I mean, you have me with photography. We got a lot of illustrators, sculptors. We've got woodcut artists, painters. We run the entire gamut here. We've got clay throwers. Apparently it will not let me type in !ABA. That's the link to, that should have the link to the Discord. Okay, selective color, where are you? There you are. To get some of those shadows in there. We've got about a little less than 15 minutes to go before we move on to our next streamer. Let me just get out of the mod view here. Awesome. Good. What am I doing next? Oh, yes, I know what I'm doing next. What am I doing? Well, first, I'm going to save it. That's what I'm going to do. Because what I would like to do is first black and white it. adjust my white. This will be a selective. So I love doing this part. Are my selective color editing. This is great fun with layer mask practice. So Artist Back Alley is a community of artists on Discord. I don't know why it's not letting me. Let me see if I can put the... Here we are. So every 2 months, we do what's called a raid train, and it's a weekend-long thing where you have a different artist, usually every hour, and it's called the raid train because when that artist is done with their hour, they raid the next streamer on the list. So we just keep the train moving. So it's an every 2 month event, and the artists, you meet a lot of cool people. You get to see a lot of great art. And that's how I stumbled onto this wonderful, lovable bunch of art nerds. He says, also an art nerd. Kind of, yes. So, if we are keeping to our 2 month schedule, the next raid train should be in April sometime. But in the meantime, on the Discord, if you have artwork to share, that you want to share, there are channels for that, as well as resources for on promotion. I think we have some of our moderators of ABA in the chat, or they were. I know Little Chook is typically the one that organizes the raid trains. It's just a very, very welcoming community. This will very likely be the last image I work on, because then what I typically like to do at the end of my art streams is I like to do a recap to just, once again, go over what we've worked on tonight. And I'll be doing that before we bring the party over to Shadoof Doodles. There was a last-minute change in plans, and I wound up doing a 2-hour stream, which I will never say no to that, because an hour goes by very quickly. Some fine-tune. Okay. Oh. I need to be on that layer. Okay, so far mostly good. There we go. This sounds a little bit like something Emerson, Lake and Palmer would have done. It's the synthesizer. Like, wait a minute, I'm not listening to brain salad surgery. What is this? I think that's gonna probably just about... Oh, nope, nope. Nope. Not yet. Nope. I think I found more. Right. All right, we got 5 minutes left, so let's just do our quick recap before we send the party onward. Okay. Recap time. Let's... Whoops. Hey, what happened? Why did my screen just suddenly go blank? That was weird. All right. Well, that was weird. All right, OBS. All right, no recap for everyone then, because the display capture just decided, nope, we don't want to do this anymore. All right, fine. Just make myself bigger. Apparently, Photoshop and Bridge just decided, nah, we're done. We're done. Screw it. Yeah, not really a fan of the latest update for OBS. It's a bit glitchy. Has anyone told you? I'm sure that you do next. No, I've never heard that. I have never heard that. OBS has decided it's done. It's done. It's over. All right. In the meantime, then, let's get you set up. Let's bring you over to Shadoof. So let's get that raid call going. Making sure I spell that right. Inconceivable! All right. So as I usually say at the end of these streams, first of all, thank you so much for spending some of your Sunday evening with me. Thank you, ABA. I hope you had a blast. Thank you for the follows and just the wonderful, wonderful company. Thank you so much. So, stay healthy, stay safe, get vaccinated, get boosted, wear your fucking masks, all of that fun stuff. I will see you for the rest of the train. Let's bring the party over to Shadoof. So, good night, and joy be with you all, everyone. Be well.